We had a daughter that was charged with first-degree murder, and so we had to make choices as to how we were spending our money to defend her and still keep our business going. And unfortunately, our income didn't match the needs of both, and so we picked her, and it put us a little behind. Now, how an individual gets in trouble with the IRS might be unique to them, but it's a common story. And once it happens, you need help because it's a problem that doesn't go away. And you're constantly concerned about what they're going to do. And as we found out in trying to handle it on our own, we would make a large major deposit into the company and then get a notice from the IRS that they had taken it all.
And in our circumstances, they put a levy against our home, so we couldn't refinance, so we couldn't get the money that they wanted us to get to pay them. They now stopped the only avenue we had to give the IRS the money that they said we needed to take care of the problem, and they cut it off with the lien that they put on our home.
Once you make the IRS hit parade list, you will be inundated with offers from people who are out of state and out of country, out of your lives,
Let's help
saying,
you with
we can solve your problem so easily, just give us your money. And their solution always was to just pay the IRS. Now, that's fine to say, but when your tax liability is $500,000 and you've already paid them almost $500,000, and you notice that it's never going down.
When you are on a payment plan, the IRS determines where the payment should go, and they pay it to the best interests of the government, is how it's worded. Well, the best interests of the government ought to be to the people, but it isn't. They pay interest, and then they pay penalties, and then they pay it to the original debt. And so the original debt never gets touched, and that's how it continues to grow.
The IRS was a cloud of dread and doom that was over us, no matter what good things were happening in our lives with our daughter and with the exoneration of her. The cloud of the IRS still suppressed and oppressed everything we did.
And that's why I think when people find themselves in this situation, they need a trustworthy tax expert who has the integrity and also has the caring to understand your unique and individual circumstances. Frankly, that's what we found with Jordan.
In total, our tax liability for the business was over $500,000. Jordan was able to take that down and saved us $328,000. But as a business owner, we also had personal tax liability, and that was $136,000. Well, Jordan was able to make that go away entirely. Between the two, he saved us over $500,000.
All in all, we see a light at the end of the tunnel, and the relief is palpable.
Well,
we wake up in the morning giggling.
let me make it simple. I don't endorse anything. But when Jordan asked me to endorse him, there was no hesitation. The sense of relief, the sense of accomplishment, the sense of we can live our lives again.
We can move forward.
Yeah. To be honest, we have got a family vacation planned in January. We're all going over to Europe. Now, could we do that without Jordan's help? No. We wouldn't have never thought of that as a family activity, but that's where we'll be in January.
Jordan gave us our life back. We get to move forward. We've hired a new engineer. Life looks like fun, and we're enjoying the stage we're at. All I can say is, I wish we had done it sooner. If you have a tax problem, unless you're a tax expert, you ought to hire one. And you ought to hire one who has integrity and warmth, and who will call you and keep you informed. And Jordan Wilcox is the man, and his staff is incredible.
His skills and abilities have been demonstrated. We eliminated over $500,000 in tax liability with Jordan.